The LA Clippers have been impressive this season, but is it just a gig to get knocked out in the playoffs and blow a 3-1 lead again? By the looks of it, this season the LA Clippers seem to be focused and all have the same common goal in mind, and that is to win an NBA championship. In today's video, we will discuss if the Clippers actually have a legit shot, or is it time to blow it all up. But before we get onto the video, please make sure to subscribe, hit that like button, and turn on the bell so you guys get my videos right away. Thanks for all the support shown. We just have 5,000 subscribers. I can't thank you guys enough. And with all that being said, let's get right into the video. Almost nearing the end of this NBA's regular season, the Clippers are sitting at the third spot in the West right now, just below the Suns with a 43 win and 19 loss record, and are honestly, in my opinion, looking like a much better team than last year. To start off, Paul George is averaging a much better and improved 24 points per game, 6.5 rebounds, and 5.4 assists per game, and to be honest, I can't say much bad about him. He's getting to his spots, shooting an above average 42% from 3, and it seems like Pandemic P is well long gone, and hopefully we don't see him anytime soon. And another reason I wanted to talk about Paul George is that last year, he wasn't in the right mind space in the playoffs. He came out last year and told us that the bubble environment did affect him, and now doesn't seem like the playoffs are going to be in a bubble, so Paul George's mind state is completely different right now, and he's playing like an absolute animal and is ready to lead this team into the playoffs. And before the season even started, Paul George came out and told us all that he was with his MVP trainer, the same trainer he had in his MVP year with the OKC Thunder, and it really seems like that did help him a lot. Paul George seems like a much better player this year, and he's shooting great from 3. Then we have Kawhi Leonard, averaging about the same as last year with 25.7 points per game, 6.7 rebounds, and 5.1 assists per game, and again, he continues to be in regular self in the regular season, but I feel like we need to see more of him in the playoffs. He's only played 42 games this season, and he has had a lot of time to rest, and again, hopefully that rest translates into the playoffs. As last year, I honestly wanted to see more out of Kawhi Leonard and to take that step and lead this team like he did with the Toronto Raptors, but I didn't see that last year with the Clippers, so hopefully this is a year where Kawhi Leonard can absolutely go off and lead this team to the NBA championship and maybe even win it and not blow a 3-1 lead like they did last year. A lot of people put the blame on Paul George, but again, Kawhi Leonard was also there. Nobody wants to talk about Kawhi Leonard choking in that series against the Nuggets as well. The Clippers also remained with Ivica Zubac. Again, I love Zubac because the fact that he's a solid center. He gives 100% effort every single time he's on the court and plays his role to a T. Zubac grabs rebounds and is efficient down low and is honestly a nice underrated passer and has great passing vision that many people fail to notice. But again, Zubac continues to be solid this season and is going to look like he's going to be a key piece moving ahead into the playoffs. Again, the pickup of Serge Ibaka is an amazing pickup, but he is dealing with the injury and he hasn't played in the last couple of games with a lower back tightness, but I love the pickup of Serge Ibaka. He provides more shooting to this team and his defensive presence in the paint is good. As we all know, his nickname Serge Ibaka is there for a reason, man. He provides great 3-point scoring, and again, that's what the Clippers need, so Paul George and Kawhi Leonard can dish out to those 3-point shooters and get easy buckets. Now let's look at some of the key pieces to this team. The Clippers recently picked up Rajon Rondo and he was added to this Clippers team from the Hawks. I honestly love this pickup. Last year in the bubble, Rondo and the Lakers proved that he could be a championship winning starting point guard, and so far he's been decent, but again, he's getting used to a new Clippers offense, and hopefully by the playoffs Rondo will be ready to lead and make a deep playoff push. Again, Rondo provides great passing, and that passing vision is going to translate to easy buckets down low for Ivica Zubac and a lot of these other 3-point shooters on this team. And again, he has improved his 3-point shooting. He's not scared to pull it. I know in his previous years, a lot of people knocked Rajon Rondo for his shooting, but again, he has confidence now, and hopefully he's going to be willing to shoot them when the game really matters in the playoffs. One other player that the Clippers have that's going under a lot of people's radar is Nicolas Batum. Still at 32 years old, Batum has put up multiple 20 and 30-point games this season for the Clippers and proves that he still has that 3-point shot and provides so much veteran depth to this team, and I honestly love Nicholas Batum. Again, they picked him up for the veterans minimum, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section, but again, he can still score the ball. His defense might not all be there, but he's a 6'8" power forward that honestly is a great pickup for this team, and I love the addition of him. And obviously, the Clippers did recently pick up DeMarcus Cousins, but again, I feel as if that he is washed up now. It's so sad to see injuries affect players. DeMarcus Cousins has been bouncing around so many teams with the Lakers, the Golden State Warriors. I feel so bad for him. Injuries can affect players, and it's just sad to see, especially from an all-star caliber player as DeMarcus Cousins, but hopefully he can show something with this Clippers last season stretch and, be something in the playoffs and make a decent effect for them. The Clippers also added Luke Kennard. Again, I love Luke Kennard, decent role player. He's a player that provides great three-point shooting with an average of 46% from behind the three, which is absolute crazy. So the more the shooters is the more better for this Clippers team, especially since they have Marcus Morris Sr., another great three-point shooter. He did play with the Clippers last season and hit some big shots in the playoffs. And then obviously the recent addition of Reggie Jackson, he's a good point guard, but again, this is what the Clippers need exactly, more defense. Even though the Clippers are stacked defensively, it seems like the organization continues to keep getting nicer defensive pieces that's going to be a lot more helpful, especially guarding some of these tougher guards in the playoffs. Patrick Beverley is still on this team and is being unusual self, being a pest on the defensive side and providing some nice layups and, attacking the paint on offense. And now the moment we've all been waiting for. Can the Clippers win the NBA championship this year? Yes, in my opinion, I definitely think it's possible, but again, there's a lot of tough contenders that they're going to have to face: the Lakers, Jazz, Suns, and many other contenders. But if there's any team that can do it and is in the right mental space, it's going to be the Clippers. I don't see any team beating this Clippers team, especially in the first two rounds. They're just too much of a new and improved team. Paul George is in a healthy mindset, and it seems like this team is rolling on all cylinders. But I want to get to hear your thoughts. Get in the comment section. Let me know, can the Clippers make it to the NBA Finals and even win the championship? I want to get to hear your thoughts, and this is going to end off the video. Thank you guys for watching. We just hit 5,000 subscribers, like I said again, so it's all thanks to you guys. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, like the video, and turn on the bell so you guys get my videos right away. The support doesn't go unnoticed, and hopefully the Clippers can make a deep push for the finals. And with all that being said, I'm out. Peace.